My name is Arthur Ejiofor, and with me to discuss this is
Joy Ugben. It is a program that discusses various national and international matters.
A Nigerian should be able to live and work in a hospitable and safe environment in the north or south or east or west of Nigeria.
You cannot have a country where politicians do things and get away with them and expect that the citizens will do otherwise.
Daily Communion for the love of God and neighbor.
This is Daily Communion on Catholic Television of Nigeria. We are reaching you from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. Good morning. I'm Joy Ugben.
and my name is Arthur Ejiofor. Good morning.
As usual, we'll have our lineup of programs for you. Health Today says well, and that's why we have the health tips segment. We also have our fitness segment, and we'll get to join our fitness team for them to put us through on how to stay fit as a fiddle. We have our very impactful discussion segment also coming on the show this morning. But we'll begin with our motivational segment, Daily Affirmation. Stay with us.
Dear child of God, I've come again today to let you know that God is the owner of this day. And it's a new day. It's a gift to you that God has given unto you. But I would love to share a secret with you. Find in the scripture. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 7. It says, unload all your cares of the Lord because he careth much. It means God cares about you. God does not neglect you, and he will never neglect you. But he will continue to tell you that you should put your trust and your hope in him. And what does he say to you, my dear brother, my dear sister, as you watch me this morning? Make sure you focus on the Lord. Don't focus on the load. Do you know something? God is bigger than the load. The Lord has even dominion over that load. God is in charge. Like I always tell people, relax. God is in charge. Go with this into the day, and you'll be a winner, you'll be a champion. God bless you.
Welcome to Health Tips on the Daily Communion. Expedient. I keep using that language to take care of your health. If you don't take care of your health, guess what? Sickness will invade your body like plagues and cut your life short. It is expedient that you take care of your health. Today, we are talking sweet dangers. Eating or consuming sweet things, excessively sweet things, added sugar can lead to various health hazards. The first danger you will be finding hazards will be mood swings. You do not know sugar, this sugary foods, added sugar causes us to have a lot of swings in our moods, okay? Sometimes you see some people, they become easily irritated. The next minute, they are anxious. It causes anxiety. It causes irritations and all that. And you are wondering, what's wrong with that one? You just might not know. It might just be the excessive sugar consumption that is causing those mood swing. And the second thing you will notice is you have insulin resistance, and it will lead you to type 2 diabetes if you keep consuming sweet things, added sugars long enough. This will lead to insulin resistance, increasing the risk of you developing type 2 diabetes. The number 3 thing is that it will lead to tooth decay. Sugary things can lead to gum disease or tooth decay, heart disease. Consuming high amounts of sugar can increase the risk of heart disease, including high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and heart attack. Number 5 is that it will lead to premature aging. There is this products, end products in our body that is called ages. It comes as a result of consuming sugary things. Number 6 will be the issue with the skin. Consuming high amounts of sugar can lead to skin issues, which include acne, premature aging, as we have already named. It also leads to hormonal imbalances. Sugar consumption can disrupt the hormonal imbalances, particularly insulin and cortisol in our system. What do you do? First thing first, stay away from added sugar. Reducing your sugar intake to a very, very minimal level will help you to stay away from these health hazards. Choose whole foods. Focus on whole unprocessed foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean meat, proteins. It will be good for you to also cook at home. Prepare your meals in the house that you will eat it fresh. Those fresh foods are very good for your health. Prepare it fresh, eat it, and you will live healthy. Remember, a balanced diet with minimal added sugars can help you to mitigate the health hazard associated with sugary foods. There you have it. Now that we have educated and enlightened you, we believe that the information is at your fingertips and you will make the best of it. Take care of your health. The best day to take care of your health is today, and the best time is now, that you may stay well and for longevity's sake. Remember also to add daily fitness to everything you do. Now let's join our fitness segment and get going with the exercise of the day. I am Nelly Frank.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to another section of Abba Fit Drill. So, as you all know, we are going on a step swap. I'll be giving the advanced program.
Lawal Abdurrauf and I will be giving the modified program.
discussion segment of Daily Communion on Catholic Television of Nigeria. Of course, reaching you from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. Remember, you can now watch us on GoTV channel 115 and on free-to-air Nicomsat. Please do also follow us on our social media handles on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Catholic Television of Nigeria. Today, we explore the landscape of Nigeria's educational sector. With the rising number of private universities in the country, several questions have been asked. How sustainable are these institutions? Are they affordable and accessible? What about their promise of quality education? Have they met that promise? Today, we are going to discuss the future of private institutions in our country today, taking a look at the viability of private institutions. And we have in our studios this morning Dr. Patrick Pillar, who is of the Department of Public Administration, Coordinator, Postgraduate Students, currently a member of Governing Council of Veritas University. Welcome to Daily Communion, sir.
Thank you very much.
And then we also have Dr. Mike Boni Baza, who is the Chairman, Senate Ceremonials and Director of Consultancy Services of Veritas University. He's also the Director of Joint University Preliminary Examinations and the Interim Joint Matriculation Board of the University. Welcome to Daily Communion, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Okay. So, Mr. Ben Agande, who is the Head of Corporate Affairs and Communications of Veritas University. Welcome to Daily Communion, sir.
Thank you for having me, and thank you guys for doing a very nice job here.
Okay. I'll begin with you, Dr. Patrick Pillar. Please, can you tell us the role of private universities? And then also let us know the reason why there's this increase in the number of private universities in the country.
Nigeria has a population of over 200 citizens. And the education is a right of every Nigerian. We also are aware that the Constitution of the Federal Government or Constitution of Nigeria gives the right of education in the concurrent list, meaning that both the state and the citizens are participants in the education of their children. To this end, it became very apparent that the number of schools both federal government and the state were parading were not enough. They were not enough because so many students were not admitted. You could see the number of cut-off points, which itself became very discriminatory, where others who have 200, 250 were denied admissions, others less than 150 were admitted. This was because of the number of schools that we put forward. It was therefore very apt for the government of the day to begin the process of private education in Nigeria. And the schools that started, Igbinidion, Madonna, and Covenant, did not disappoint Nigerians. Till today, Nigerians keep trooping into these universities, and their graduates are doing very well around the globe. That is why you have this surge in the number of private universities. Veritas University, which we represent, is also the hub of activities. Students are all over the world trying to enter into Veritas for all the programs that we have put forward.
Okay. Dr. Mike, I would like you to let us to talk about accessibility because there are complaints that the school fees, the fees being paid in private institutions are really very much on the high side. So what do you have to say about the accessibility of these institutions and are there scholarships provided in your own institution?
Okay. Once again, thank you for having me. And we have to start this way. Education is accessible in the sense that it is the right of every person. And of course, we are aware of the stories going around that private universities charge a lot. But the truth of the matter, as they always say, is if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. And so, on that note, we coming from Veritas University, a Catholic-owned university. As you know, Veritas is owned by the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria. And so the Catholic social teaching emphasizes on the right of every individual to good education. And that is what Veritas is set out to provide for the citizens of Nigeria and actually for global citizens because we have international students as well. And so we, through the directive of our bishops, try to make sure that the fee are put within setting that people can reasonably afford. However, when indigent students are identified from different parts of the country through their parishes and dioceses, then there is a mechanism whereby such students are identified, they are supported, they are sponsored through scholarships. And from experience, we have also discovered that even if they are offered the scholarship, they still cannot even afford the basic upkeep, namely where they're supposed to have 3 square meals a day, some can hardly even afford one. So going back to the church's social teaching, the university deliberately created a policy through setting up of a kitchen known as Zero Hunger, that as a student of Veritas University, you are entitled to a dignified way of living.
Every student.
Well, every students who can afford, those who cannot afford, are provided a Zero Hunger kitchen, so that through the support of the school, of the bishops, of the parishes, such students who cannot ordinarily afford their daily upkeep in terms of feeding are given free food. They will go to the Zero Hunger kitchen of the university, identify themselves, get fed, 1 square meal, 2 square meal, 3 square meals a day. So that is the arrangement of the university to make sure that people are catered for and are provided for. So this is one of the things we do in our university.
Well, Mr. Ben Agande, I'll come straight to you this time around. In terms of the academic standard and facilities, how is the private university faring? Because there is this belief that people say that students in public institutions are better off than students in private university. That the private university, you hear convocation, you hear they come at 50 people came out with first class, but this is not obtainable in the private in the public institutions. That some say that because they pay huge sums of money as school fees, they can't afford to just let these children perform poorly.
Well,
What do you have to say about
I
this?
can't speak for other universities, but I can speak for Veritas, and I can tell you that such assumption is maybe they are sincere in the not that conclusive, but I can tell you as far as it refers to Veritas universities, those people who have those positions are sincerely wrong. One, we are guided and regulated by the same public institutions that regulate private public universities. NUC, Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, Ministry of Education, the same set of rules that apply to public universities, the same set of rules that apply to us. So the same curriculum that is applicable in public university, it's the same curriculum that is applicable in private universities. So there is no way we can cut corners. In any case, public institutions can do that and go get away scot-free. We can't afford that luxury. People who graduate from Veritas University earn degrees that they are. They go with degrees that they earn. We don't, degrees are not financially transactions in Veritas University.
So what strategy do you go with? What innovations do you go with that at the end of the day? Because the number of first class, let's put it that way, that you graduate is actually more than that of the private university and public university. So what strategy is working for you that way, that your students are performing excellently well?
Well, I don't want to assess again. I don't want to talk for other universities. I'm talking about Veritas. We are graduating about 700 and something students this year. The number of first class is less than 200 or about that. 77. So that cannot be, no matter how long you stretch it, that cannot be outrageous. So for us, we have a standard and we have to meet. And that standard is not compromised by anybody's affiliation to anything, whether you're a Catholic or a non-Catholic, or a Christian or not. It drives us. And what determines you to get in Veritas University is what we have been able to earn. And I think that all the universities are guided by this. Universities are not village square institutions. Products of university are supposed to defend what they have, not only in Nigeria, not only in Africa, but globally. And I can tell you that our products, we are proud enough to say that they can hold their own. If you graduated from Veritas University with top class, it is because you deserve to get it. And then we're also proud, let me also tell you that, even people who graduate with top class in our university, we're very proud of them because we know that it may not necessarily because mean acting. So they could just be that is what they deserve at the time they're graduating.
Anyway, in any case, there have been cases where people that made third class ended up being professors, ended up being excelling in different spheres of life. I would like to ask, because as a parent, and I know a lot of parents watching the program would like to know, despite the fees that are being set to be very high with private universities, do you have inheritance, or do you have any kind of instrumental payment that makes it easy for parents to spread out their school fees, tuition? I don't know who's going to take
Let me just correct my information.
Okay.
Our school fees in Veritas is not outrageous. I can beat my chest and say that we are about the least in terms of school fees. We can fact check it.
Private university.
Yes. So, and to answer your question, if you are bringing a child in as a first timer, you pay 50%, at least 50%. That is what you are able to. You'll be asked to pay. If you can't pay, subsequently you can stretch out that money in 4 tranches at 25%. And even at that, you can still pay, even if what you have is not up to the 25% figure. You can put into an account, and then it goes into a child's wallet. So if you have 50,000, you pay into that child's account, and it goes into the wallet. The university takes notice that that money has been paid. Well, you know that you have paid, but the university cannot access it until it gets to 25% or 50%. So you can pay over a period of time, 25, and then you can even pay 10,000. Yes, you can pay 10,000 every week, 10,000 every month, 10,000 every day. But the only thing is that money has to be paid before the commencement of second semester examination.
Dr. Mike, I want to ask, in line with his response about your graduates, how are they received in the labor markets? Did they discriminate them in any way?
Okay, we actually have a good statistics showing us that our students, those who graduated from our university, are viable in the labor market. And we track them, and we have, as I said, statistics from all over the world. Some of them are doing very well in Canada, in the UK, in Nigeria, in both music and other industries. So we're very proud, as I said, of our graduates, and they are making impact across the board. And I also want to mention about the issue of first class, what is the reason for all that. In Veritas, discipline is not taken for granted. We enforce discipline, uh, and we make sure that our lectures are attended as at when due. If lecture is 7 o'clock, the lecturer must be in the class, the students must be in the class. And we take not just anyhow attendance, we take the metric attendance, meaning that if you don't make 80% of class attendance, you won't be eligible to write any exam in the Veritas. So for this reason, people have to put in their effort, attend their lectures, do their assignments, and you can imagine what the outcome will be. And as he rightly mentioned, out of the 762 we are graduating at our 14th convocation ceremony next week, it's only 77 that have come out with first class. And those first class materials, I can tell you, they can stand their ground anywhere, because we have reliable records what our students are doing all around the world.
All right, sir. I would like to ask you, Dr. Pella, the private universities, I'm going to talk about it, not necessarily about the Veritas University. How is the private university able to attract and sustain quality lecturers? For instance, I know a lot of people will be proud to say that lecturers in some other premier university or older universities. How are private universities able to attract quality and maintain, sustain those lecturers in such a manner that you don't have a turnover of lecturers?
Well, that's what we said initially. The federal government, through TED Fund, supports for the federal universities and state universities in their infrastructures, in academics. There's training of their lecturers and all that. The same thing does not apply to private universities. And this is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate, because the citizens, the children you have in the private universities are all Nigerians. And they are also eligible to demand that government helps them. I use this medium again to reiterate what Cardinal John Olorinfemi Onayekon pleaded with the federal government to please come to the aid of private universities, including faith-based universities, to provide some of these infrastructures. Because with the infrastructures, the school fees naturally comes down. The issue of Veritas is an example. Like, the university was lucky to benefit from Papa Knights, who built for them a library. They also benefited from Knight of St. John International, who built for them a block of classrooms. They also benefited from Knight of St. Mulumba, who built for them a beautiful chapel, very costly chapel. And so many other good-spirited Nigerians are happy. Luckily, this year alone, we received almost 3 billion worth of books donated by Solomon Asomota SAN, who clocked 87 years. And I can beat again my chest to say that for law students, we do not have a law faculty that is so blessed with those type of books. Apart from the fact that Justice Idigbe's children built the faculty, with this assistance from Catholic lawyers like His Royal Majesty Professor Azinge, Didi Dodo SAN, Idonije SAN, and several of them who take special interest in the faculty. Everybody now wants to go to the law faculty because of these Nigerians. So I am sincerely appealing, because if you look at the laws of tech funds, where it is being applicable to all Nigerians. So something should be done to assist these private universities in infrastructural development. If you do assist, like you are doing in the public universities, definitely the school fees will come down.
Yes, I will still go back to my question. I want to know how you attract and sustain the best hands as the lecturers.
I think we have to look at it from the maybe we cannot speak for that university, we can talk about Veritas.
Let's see.
And then we can
Talk about Veritas.
yes, we'll contextualize it. People who set up private universities are not unaware of the cost implication of what they're doing. Covenant, faith-based. And then, I mean, the Catholic institution has a long history of investing in education. So it is not something that will come into it with ignorance. Fully aware of the implication, the cost implication. Yes, that is it. And then we have deliberate, consistent policy of ensuring that while we demand the best from them, we also try to ensure that we give them motivation in terms of assisting with things that within our capacity to be able to make them put in their best. What people want is, one, job satisfaction, two, nice environment for doing that job. So as much as possible, what we try to do is we prioritize the comfort and the well-wish of our students and members of our faculty, so that within the availability of what we can afford, that is not outrageous and is not demeaning, we ensure that everybody gets what it deserves.
Yeah. I need to also add here that staff welfare is very paramount in the agenda of the present administration of the university. The Vice Chancellor, Reverend Father Professor Hyacinth Ichoku, and the Governing Council of the university, headed by our renowned Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka, have taken the staff welfare to another level. I tell you, for the past 5 years, consistently, every year, there is an incremental percentage to the staff salary. Yes, every year for the past
That
5
takes
years.
me to another question.
Yes.
You see, in the public institutions, for example, state universities, there is ASU. There is a tendency for expression of grievances,
That's
and
correct.
this will lead to downtooling. So in Nigerian universities, private universities, we don't have ASU, they don't belong to ASU.
Yes.
So how are the lecturers, the academic staff, and the non-academic staff in the private universities, how are they able to express their grievances? Are there any kind of furor for that?
Yeah, we don't silence our staff who want to hear their grievances. However, when you are subscribing into an institution or a setup, there are guidelines, clear guidelines, whether you will fit into it or not. And one of the things you know as you enter the staff strength of Veritas University is the fact that we don't have what do you call it again? Union. We don't have union as such. That does not mean that people cannot talk, because in the university we have what we call suggestion boxes spread all over the university, where people who want to say something write it. And in fact, there was a time 2 years ago we used to read those comments every Wednesday at the what we call community mass, and actions are taken immediately on such opinion, suggestions, and all that. But and I think basically the staff of Veritas University, both academic and non-teaching, are very much cared for in the sense that their welfare are not taken for granted. Even if we don't have staff quarters as the case is now, because we are focusing on developing the structure so that, yes, however, every staff at Veritas University is entitled to what we call housing allowance.
Beautiful.
Yes, and health allowance.
More so,
Yes.
the vice chancellor and all the leaders are accessible. Students walk up to the vice chancellor to air their views on what
Kind
is
of open
Yes,
communication.
it's an open
Open
communication.
policy, yes.
I call the dean of student affairs as the headmaster. He is a reverend father. He is there available to the students every day in the night. Is there. I don't know when he closes.
Yes, he lives within the campus.
That's the
Yes.
dean of student affairs. He is on one-on-one with all the students, and we have up to 7,000 students
Yes.
at the Veritas University. So I think that bridges the gap between, on why people will have to protest, why this, why that, why this. And again, everybody knows the discipline the Catholic Church exhibits in whatever they intend to do.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And we will have to go on a quick break right now. Our guests are still in the house with us. We have a team from Veritas University, Mr. Ben Agande, who is the head of corporate affairs and communication. We also have Dr. Patrick Pila, who is of the Department of Public Administration and coordinator of PG students. He's currently a member of Government Council. And then we also have Dr. Mike Bonibaza, who is the chairman, Senate Ceremonials and Director of Consultancy Services of Veritas University. When we return, we get to talk about the forthcoming convocation of the school. Please stay with us.
We will be right back. Please stay tuned.
The CTV is our own product, and for a long time we have been waiting for this. Now you don't have to start looking around the television channels to find something decent. You can be sure that once you hit Catholic TV, you've hit something decent.
I am a priest of Port Harcourt Diocese, and I encourage everyone, Catholics and non-Catholics around, all of us are children of God. Keep watching Catholic television.
What's up, my people? They call me Tubaba. Keep watching Catholic television. One love.
My name is King Tonto. Keep watching the Catholic TV. God bless you.
Hi, Catholic TV fan. We are the Glamour Girls of St. Columbani Secondary School, Ikwen, Obatakara local government area, in Akwa Ibom State. There is no place like St. Columbani's, and there is no TV station like the Catholic television. Stay connected.
You are watching CTV.
Welcome back to Daily Communion on Catholic Television of Nigeria, of course, reaching you from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. And we're back for the second segment of our discussion segment. Our topic of discussion has been the viability of private universities in Nigeria. And we have with us a team from Veritas University, Abuja. We have Dr. Patrick Pila and we have Dr. Mike Bonibaza, and then Mr. Ben Agandi.
All right, Mr. Ben Agandi, you are the spokesperson for Veritas University. And we just talked about the open communication in the university and the accessibility of staff. I know the viewers at home would like to know a bit about a training issue. A Reverend sister who once worked with you has said that she had to leave because she was unable to communicate with you, the institution, and her communication, despite her complaints about certain things, she was still being suppressed or threatened, and finally was asked to go. And I think this is an opportunity. This information, I don't want to go on with what she had said, because I'd had an opportunity, and we had an opportunity to ask her to come to the show, to this program, and talk about what happened. So, what I'm sure you've heard about what she said about the institution. How would the institution respond to what ex Reverend Sister Natasha, the allegation she made about your school?
Well, I'm not just a staff of Veritas University. I'm also a Catholic. And I'm fully conscious of how the Catholic institution treats its members, that they've left the congregation, that they've left the church. So I'm wary of joining issues with her. But we also have to be conscious that in trying to treat whatever she felt that she had gone through, she has been very, very economical with the truth. And in some instances, she threw in half truth and trying to be manipulative in her narration. But the facts are there. If I knew that we were going to talk about this, then I would have presented those documentation that we did. This lady in question was schooled for an undergraduate program in Veritas. She spent 4 years in that place, graduated with a degree in computer science. So she came back based on recommendation from her congregation to be a graduate assistant. And the university was generous enough to offer her that position for a master's.
A brilliant person. She was a brilliant person.
She is a brilliant person. So, and then 5 months into her employment with Veritas, she got involved in a very despicable act that we found very incongruent with her profession as a Reverend sister. She assisted a student to attempt to escape, which was this particular student was caught in the examination malpractice. That was in March. The student was given a misconduct form to fill, and the Reverend that shamelessly told him to fill a wrong name. And then somehow the student was found out, and he said when she was confronted, she admitted that she did it. That was on March 14th, 2025. She was excluded from ever invigilating the examination in Veritas again. And then was issued a clear reprimand for her misconduct. Then on July 2nd, she wrote a letter to the Vice Chancellor alleging that another department was harassing her. First, she came with that she doesn't want to be identified, she wants to submit an anonymous letter. And then the Vice Chancellor said, no, we cannot do that because we have to interrogate the two parties. And then she added that she had evidence.
Head of department, Reverend Father.
No, not the Reverend Father.
All right.
The head of department is not a Reverend Father, rather. She's not even a Catholic. So she deliberately tried to obfuscate those issues. To the impression that the person she alleged that harassed her sexually, she from her narrative, until you ask now, you would think that that one too was a Reverend Father. But she maybe was not a Reverend Father. So the Vice Chancellor set up a committee to the Dean of the faculty, made up of 5 members, all of them doctorate degree holders, including the woman. And then she appeared before the commission. She was given the opportunity to present those evidence that she said she had. She never did.
She never turned up.
No, she appeared, but she didn't provide any evidence.
Okay.
So in circumstances like that,
But you said in some other forums that she has evidence.
we cannot manufacture evidence for her. We do not depend on what this young lady has transformed from what she was to a self-confessed social media content creator. And then, you and I know that in content creation, facts are not sacred. Manipulation of issues to suit whatever, to get point, and this is not what I'm talking about. She was with an opportunity to defend herself. She didn't do it. She didn't present facts that would buttress her allegation. What do you expect the university to do? You couldn't have manufactured evidence for her. This same university has sent out several people on allegations similar to hers. So is it clear that who is the Reverend Father that's Reverend Sister that we're going to throw under the bus? It's unfortunate that it has turned out this way, but that as I said in another form, if tomorrow she gets an evidence that supports her allegation, the university will revisit the matter.
But again, I want to ask if somebody is listening to this, because a lot of things have come up when she started speaking, and probably she may be somebody yearning for help. Was there a kind of psychological evaluation?
I was going to
Yes,
get
very
that.
important because
In the course of our appearance before the panel, several issues came up. There was, according to the panel recommendation, observation, lack of coordination, mumbling and jumbling. And then the panel recommended the Vice Chancellor that she needed further evaluation, both psychiatrically, mentally, and otherwise, because of even her self-confession that she had attempted suicide in the past. So the university councillor interacted with her and made a recommendation in writing to the university authority, and referring her to the chief medical director, also interacted with her and recommended to the vice chancellor that the lady needs professional care and recommended that she should see a psychiatrist. The university was willing and ready to bear that responsibility. She declined. The bishop of Auchi Diocese reached out to her father in furtherance of this particular cause to ensure that she is given further care.
And you actually had to bring in this issue of psychological support because she went in her own page, she declared that she was a Muslim and gave herself Islamic name, which according to the code, canon law, according to the Catholic Church, ipso facto gives you excommunications because you apostasy, on its own. I was thinking you were going to answer.
Yes. The angle I was actually coming in is when you asked whether the head of the department is a priest. And then we mentioned that he is not a priest, not even a Catholic. So I think we want to emphasize on that fact that Veritas University, being a Catholic institution, is not restrictive. Our university, our schools are open to Muslims, Pentecostals, Protestants, Catholics, everybody. Our staff, you have Muslims, we have Protestants, Pentecostals, Catholics. So we don't segregate. We accommodate anybody that is qualified because we treat you as a human being, not as a Catholic or as a Muslim. So our university is open. So the same thing with responsibilities in the university. When you enter Veritas University, key responsibilities are shared irrespective of whether you're Catholic or a Muslim or a non-Christian. So I just want to make that point. It's not a Catholic.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Moving on to exciting moments. Congratulations on your forthcoming convocation. Dr. Mike, I would want you to tell us, what does this convocation mean to the school?
Dr. Mike,
Oh, no.
Director of-
No, not the
Director of Ceremonials.
I want you to.
Well, the school this is 14th convocation ceremony, and 14 years is not a day's journey. A journey that started with our founding fathers, the Catholic Bishops' Conference, very excited over it. The Catholic world, very excited over it. And the peculiarity of Veritas is that all the Catholic bishops in Nigeria own Veritas. I think about 55 of them, with the head, President Bishop Ugoji, the Archbishop of Owerri, is the president. So we are very excited. Parents are also very excited. I am a parent. They are also very excited. Everybody is trying to come towards to celebrate a milestone. Celebrating a child when he graduates from the university is something else, because all of us here graduated from the university, and it gives you the privilege of, okay, you have now become a man or a woman, a full-blown man or a full-blown woman, to take decisions of your own, to live your own, and the entrepreneurial education which we give in Veritas will not keep them on the streets. They will be there making money, and many make money with their computers. They keep making money with their computers, so they are not going to be on the streets looking for work from table to table or offices to offices. We are training engineers. We are training administrators who will lead this country.
Okay, Dr. Mike, I'll come to you now. I see that you are the Chairman Senate Ceremonials, so I believe you will have more to tell us about this upcoming convocation.
Yes, thank you again for having me. This, as you rightly said, is our 14th convocation, lecture, and ceremonies. And this year, we consider it very special because this year we are going to convocate 762 graduates. And also our convocation lecturer this year is His Royal Majesty, Professor Ayetse Totif, and Chairman of Benue State Traditional Council. We are honored to have him because, he was a former Vice Chancellor, I think, in 2 different universities.
Yes.
And
2 federal universities.
yes, the topic of his lecture also is very interesting. Very interesting, and we look forward to a robust
What's the topic?
lecture. The topic actually is can I get it? I can't have it up here. Yes, but yes. So we are looking forward to him coming to be with us. And this year, as I said, that is the number we are going to graduate, 762, out of which we have 77 first class. Second class, we have 372. Second class lower, we have 259. And third class, we have 54. This year also, our postgraduate have increased. We are graduating 113 postgraduate students, 12 of whom will graduate with PhDs.
Oh,
Yes, and they will have PhDs in some programs in the university. 40 of them will be graduating with a master's degree, and 61 will be graduating with postgraduate diploma. And as you know, Veritas University, we have about 8 faculties. Of course, we have also a College of Medicine. We have Faculty of Law. We have Faculty of Humanity, Education, Social Sciences, Management Sciences, and so on and so forth. So we are very happy that we have come this far. 14th convocation means that we have been in existence for about 21 years. So that is where we are for now, and we're very ready for the occasion. We've divided because of the number of students and parents. If you have ever witnessed our convocation, it's a mammoth crowd we normally have. So because of that, we deliberately split the day into 2. On Friday, the 7th, we're going to have the convocation lecture and award of prizes to the best graduating students. So the function will happen on the 7th, Friday 7th. Then Saturday the 8th, we're going to have the proper convocation for the award of degrees and higher degrees, including giving honorary degrees to two distinguished Nigerians. One he has mentioned already, Chief Solomon
Solomon.
SAN, and the other person is a very prominent son of the church in the person of Archbishop Fortunatus Nwachukwu, who is working in the Vatican City as one of the secretaries to the dicastery in the Vatican City. So it's an honor to have these two distinguished Nigerians to be with us and to receive our doctorate degrees, honorary doctorate degrees.
Okay,
So I think this is where we are for now.
Okay, I would like to ask the spokesperson for the university what is going to be the topic that His Royal Majesty the Totif is going to present, and how is the what's the notable achievement of Veritas University since the last convocation?
Well, His Royal Majesty the Totif is going to speak on reimagining university governance in the age of digital transformation. No other person has done that better, because this one has run two tenures in two different federal universities, one in University of Agriculture, Makurdi, and the Federal University in Bitima, Katsina State. Veritas has made tremendous milestones in terms of global achievements. In 2024, it was Veritas students Department of Software Engineering emerged the champions of Africa Communication and Innovation Challenge in Nairobi, Kenya. Right now, Veritas University students were the winners of the National University Debating Champions, African University Debating Champions, Commonwealth, that we are the first holders of the Commonwealth University Debating Contest, which were the champions. And in 2026, we are hosting World University Debating competition in Veritas University. So you can see that when it comes to those kind of curricular activities in Nigeria, that is not because it is by happenstance.
Complete formation.
Yes, it's not by happenstance. We have a deliberate policy to ensure that everybody who is willing leaves Veritas University with, apart from your degree, a skill set, whether as a sports person, whether as a debater, whether as software engineering, like our student was invited by G20, so it's innovation. Some of them are consultants for ECOWAS.
Yes.
We have students who graduate and become chartered. They become chartered before graduating in their courses. So this is not because it just happened by chance. No, it is because the Veritas creates the environment for these things to happen. So if you come to Veritas University and you are willing and ready to learn something different, of course, Veritas will provide the platform for you to blossom in whatever field you choose.
Champion basketball. Go ahead.
Yes, even in sports, we recently won the All Nigerian University private university.
You got your own record.
Yeah, that is it. Yes, we have. So, and then we are even in the next few months going to have a very world-class football pitch with standard top.
Yeah.
Not just anyone, the one that just in the same quality that they use in playing World Cup.
Yes, our next question will go to Dr. Pella. Dr. Pella, a lot of parents who are watching, and your potential students or people who would like to come to university, especially the parents. Some of the private universities have strict discipline where a parent is sure that the school authority provides discipline and that their children are safe and being well monitored and well mentored. How does it work in your own institution?
Like I said, I am a parent, I'm a lecturer, and an administrator. We have put in various ways to get these things through. First, we have the Department of Quality Assurance, headed by Father Michael Pilani, Father Michael Pilani ensures that all lecturers are in the class. There is a Microsoft way of he finding out that you are not in the class. The children are ensured that they all leave the hostels and come to the classroom. Remember, we are only operating hostels. Nobody lives outside. So there is contact collaboration.
On campus.
Yes, all students are on campus.
All 7,000 of them.
All 7,000 of them are 8,000. Okay, they are all on campus. So we ensure we know their movement. Faculties, the faculty today is the mass. You will all be there. If it is a mass for your own faculty, you must be there, both staff and students. And the Vice Chancellor with galaxy of priests. Sometimes the altar is filled up to about 40 Reverend Fathers celebrating Mass, both students and staff. Reverend Sisters up to about 100 and something, both, students and staff. And the hostel administrators who are doing marvelous job in their various hostels, most of whom were staff of Veritas. So it's consistent. We watch them. Again, our security. I just wanted to point out our security. If you go there, it is mountainous place. If you want, try the bush. You will see a military officer inside the bush. So the students dare not go there.
Let me just add to what he said. You see, we have a report policy when it comes to one student's safety and welfare. No student leaves the campus except to get an exit.
Clearance from the
And even when you get an exit, the parent will report. Ask whether this child is studying with your own permission. And it's just, if it doesn't give the go ahead, we tell you. We have a policy in place to ensure that all devices outside campus, as much as possible, are minimized. But we have zero tolerance for certain things. Bullying is a no. If you are caught, you will be expelled. If you are caught taking alcohol, you'll be sectioned. If you are caught with drugs, you'll be expelled. It's the things that will do it. No student is allowed to smoke in the campus. No student is allowed alcohol. If you are caught in a very don't forget that we are owned by the country.
There's no cultism.
No,
So are you saying our children are safe? There's nothing like cultism in your school?
we emphasize on academics, but much more important to us is also the moral rectitude of not just the student, but which is the lecturer. Everybody is obliged to attend this once a week. In attendance, whether as a staff or as a student. If you don't attend as a staff, salary will be deducted. If you don't attend as a student, you have penalty to pay. So these are measures. We are not doing that because we want to convert them to Catholicism. No, because we want to internalize in all students the moral values, the formation of that university. And then if you come to Veritas, whether as a Catholic or as a non-Catholic, or as a Christian or a non-Christian, you are obliged to take into you, to internalize in you the social values that underpin the foundation of this institution. Let me tell you what will shock you.
Yes.
That is it. Let me tell you what will shock you. One of the ushers in the mass was a Muslim student. And she did it not because she was forced to do it, or it was assigned to her. She had to do that. And she graduated as a Muslim student. Before she left that, we also knew that she was even a Muslim student. It tells you that we are not compelled, we are not forced into doing this thing. Most Muslims who bring their children to our school is because they also want to if you're a Muslim student, you go to a mosque every Friday. Every Muslim must ensure that you attend that Friday prayers. And there is a mosque opposite the school that every Muslim student must attend.
Okay, there's this question I want to throw to you, Doc. Is there or are there plans to unveil or highlight any kind of program or initiative during this convocation?
Yeah, even before I go into that, I want to add something to what you said about the importance of attending mass at least once a week. Because of the number of the students, we cannot go into the church, all of us at once. So we split according to faculties. Monday, a certain faculty conducts the mass and her staff and students attend the mass, and we call it community mass because the vice chancellor, as the father of the community, the university community, addresses the students and staff, and he uses that forum also to pass important information from the university management. So it is a structure that everybody has to be present to benefit from such an important communication. So that's why we call it a community mass. It's not just because you must go there to take Holy Communion. No, no. It is, Veritas University is considered a family, Veritas family, headed by the Vice Chancellor as the father of the community. So he addresses his children at least once a week. And so we consider that sacrosanct is very important because we have our core values, and that core value must be imbibed by every member of the university community, staff and students. So just an addition to what he said. So in terms of whether we have special activities lined up for our convocation, yeah. So in the past, we normally begin our convocation with what we call software exhibitions. And as he narrated to you, that our software students have taken the university globally. We have won international competitions and prizes. So they have a lot to exhibit. In fact, 2 years ago, when we had the honor of having additional the president of African Development Bank as our guest lecturer, and he saw what the students displayed during the innovations and exhibitions. He sponsored what we call now, what we call that in the university tech.
It's
Millions of dollars to operate and uplift the university standard. I think tech.
African Development Bank adopted Veritas as one of the centers for innovation in the computer engineering.
So it carries with it millions and millions of dollars, and it has also exposed our students to an unimaginable heights, so to speak. So that is, by the way, this year we're not going to have that. Okay. We're not going to have that because we have other very important things we want to emphasize also, apart from the exhibitions, software. What are you emphasizing? That's what I'm going into now. This time around, we want to highlight the achievements of our postgraduate students. Okay. The PhDs from different faculties and all that. So yesterday we had our university senate, and it was all about how to make this convocation unique for our postgraduate students. We want to focus on them. This is their own time. We want to display them, and so I promise you that when you come on Friday and Saturday, you will be impressed by what the
7th and 8th.
7th and 8th, Friday and Saturday. November. Yes, next week actually. Yeah. So we're going to focus particularly on them. Even though yesterday was a morning time in the university, we lost one of our very famous professors, one of our deans, and so we paid tribute to him yesterday in the Senate. and all that.
Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Accept our condolences. Our time is fast spent and we really have to go now, but as the public relations officer of the university, any final word concerning the convocation you would like our viewers to hear from you?
Well, I think this is an opportunity for us, for lovers of education,
Briefly, sir.
lovers of Catholics, lovers of quality institution to identify with us and then to come around and see how our students were making us proud. And I want to tell anybody who wants a child to come out molded intellectually and socially and culturally, the place to be is Veritas University.
Thank you so much. Our guest has been Dr. Patrick Pila, Dr. Mike Bonny, and Mr. Ben Agande, who are all members of staff with Veritas University, Abuja. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for finding time to be part of Daily Community.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank us.
Well, that's the much we can take on the show this morning. Do well to enjoy the rest of the day. I remain Joy Ibe.
And my name is Arthur Ejiofor. Stay with us tomorrow.